Hi friends. So we're back today with another episode of Mini Bike Chronicles, or whatever we were going to call it here. But we've done a little bit of work to the mini bike. We've done the vinyl. We put a new clutch on it. Let me get you spun around. We got a new clutch installed on it. We got new foot pegs installed on it. The vinyl wrap is done. Not, professional, but it looks cool. That's all that matters. The seat cover's got some stains on it. I don't know if I'm going to replace the seat cover because it's not torn or anything. It's still in really good shape. But what we do have for today's episode is we've got a new exhaust for it. And I'm pretty excited about it. So let's jump in. So I think it's always, to me anyways, I think it's always important to do a sound bite, a before and after, if you will, of the stock exhaust versus the aftermarket. So let's get into that. Let's do a quick sound bite. That's a stock muffler on that 105cc motor. So for those two exhaust bolts right here, there should just be 10 millimeters. Oh, good, I got them nice and hot now. Means that muffler's going to be hot too, so be careful if you run it beforehand. That's not too bad. Yeah, she's warm. Alright, so now we've got the new exhaust. Old exhaust is off. Super simple, 2 bolts, or nuts rather. If you use a razor blade and you're being a stickler about how you want to do it, be careful you don't scratch anything. I don't really care. This has always been the community bike, like I said in the other video. She gets rode hard and put away wet, for sure. So it really don't make any bit of difference to me if it gets scratched, because it's going to get beat to hell anyways. This is a pretty much wide open exhaust, no baffles. It is a little pipe. This is pretty small diameter pipe here. But this is going to be oh, cool. All right, well, we'll have to look into that. Stand by on that. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, so these studs are going to have to come out. I forgot about that. Those studs will have to come out, and it actually comes with a new gasket and bolts and everything you need to fit this thing up. There's extra set of drilled and tapped holes in the head for the larger exhaust. So we're going to need a set of vice grips. Hang on a second. Trusty old vice grips. So of course with anything like this, you're going to hope that it's not, and this one's probably going to be, you're going to hope that they're not C's, so they don't break, snap off in the head, because then it's going to open up a whole new set of problems. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to deal with that, because then you're going to have to drill it out and tap it, and it's just a headache. And like always, I'm in a bit of a rush today to get this done. So, alright, well, we're going to get the Finger Burner 5000 out here, and we're going to get some heat on that. Get this gasket off, this donut off here. Like always, anything and everything that can bad happen for me happens. So these are stuck, so we're going to get the Finger Burner 5000 out. We're going to get them hot, and we're going to get them out of there. We'll be back in a second. And just like that, not even probably a minute of heat, it released. So we got one coming out. One's out. Always be careful which way you point that. You don't want to put your body or, anything flammable in front of it. because that would just be bad. And we'll get the vice grips locked on this one, and we'll get some heat on it. And she breaks free, just like that. Always keep a finger burner 5000 laying around. It's always a great tool to have in the event something like this happens. You get something seized, something, woo, hello, something that doesn't want to come out, like that. All right, let's get this header mounted up. New exhaust gasket, check. Oh, well, we're going to need those too then. All right, well, I'm going to have to go find an Allen wrench. Hang on a minute. I wish I could tell you what size Allen head it is, but I can't because I just found this in my drawer of random Allens. And of course, oh, it's got a 5 on it. Maybe it's a 5mm? 5 CR-V. So maybe it's a 5mm. I don't know. My good Allen set is still boxed up somewhere, packed away. So unfortunately, I don't have that readily available. So, anywho's in way. We're going to go ahead and get this started. Just get them finger snug. We'll get everything mocked up. And then we'll really crank down on it, if you know what I mean. Well, I guess we go at an angle, looks like here. Well, for crying in the mud. Well, the head's still a little warm. All right. Now, like I said, you don't want to go crazy getting these tight because we're, you know, a ways away. Oh, probably need to put that donut back in there. Because we're want to mock everything up first. In case you got to take it apart, you don't want everything sucked down tight. You know what I mean? So we'll stick that donut back in there. Yeah, that'll work. That should give us a good seal. Oh, we won't stick that donut back in there because it's smaller diameter. That's right. Okay, well, in that case then, God, you'd swear it was my first day on the job. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, you got your 2 Allen head bolts. It goes at a bit of an angle here. Get the first one started. Make sure your gasket's in place, fellers and fellettes, because I almost didn't. And then get that one started. Back like I was saying, just get them finger tight right now. You ain't got to go crazy because we're going to be going back on this and retightening everything. So, just like that. I don't know how the hell they expect you to tighten this one because you can't fit anything in there, but we'll figure it out. Now, you probably don't have to, but I'm going to just to make things a little bit easier. Give me a little better sight picture of what I got going on, but I am going to remove the seat. 2 Phillips head screws on the back. Never see that again. 2 Phillips head screws on the back of the seat here on the metal frame, and then just pull it towards the back of the bike and lift up. Pretty simple process, I think. If we're changing exhaust, we can take a seat off. Set that off to the side with your hardware somewhere. Black hardware, black seat. Perfect. We'll never see that again. All right. Moving into place here. Now, it's already looking cooler. Look at that little pipe there. Fancy. So, now we're going to put this big old megaphone. We got the big old megaphone muffler here. You know, the boom tube here. We're going to get that installed. So what I think is pretty cool about this is, I mean, it's pretty simplistic. I mean, this looks like a pipe fitting, like literally like It says 304 on it. I don't know if it's actually 304 stainless steel or not, but it's a pipe fitting nonetheless. So, uh-oh, now we run into new issues. I wonder if we need to assemble this all together first. I bet we do, because once it's assembled, it'll fit right up in there. Alright, new plan. So what I did was I just backed out the rear bolt, and we're just going to tighten her down, just like that. Now, this is supposed to be a direct fit for this bike, but something's telling me we're going to have to do some modifications. Oh yeah, because we are nowhere near where we need to be here. There's only one way the pipe can go on, and we are most definitely hitting. So, I think what we'll do, rather than making a huge giant mess, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a marker real quick. I'm going to mark what I need to modify, and we're going to get a BFH, and we're just going to modify it that way rather than cutting it. But what's happening is we are hitting on the flare of the muffler right here. Obviously, you could probably notch the frame right here for the muffler to go up into. I don't want to get the grinder out. I don't want to make a giant mess today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a hammer, and we're just going to flatten this out right here and go from there. All right, well, I could not find the BFH, but I did find this hammer that most certainly came over on the Mayflower. Anyways, let's get the muffler off. Oh, here's the problem. Yeah, they couldn't find a marker either. Maybe if we... You want to mark it one way or another, is what I'm getting at. And so you know where to flatten her out at. So, got that. Now, unscrew her here, find our spot where we marked it. Yep, sure. Well, where is it? Unreal. You know, a guy, some days. I think I can see that now. Yeah, I can see that. All right, there's my mark. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there, though. And we're just gonna, you know, massage on it. That flare is... Well, it's not pretty, but it should work. So let's see. We may have to massage on it a wee bit more. Yep, because where it's hitting is right where I missed. So I am, in fact, having to get out some power tools here. So I got the muffler flattened down to where it'll fit back here. I turned a circle into an oval, and I tried to do it as clean as I could so it still looks cool and halfway decent. But now we're hitting right there. So now Now we're hitting right here. So this is not a simple plug and play unit. Now, granted, this thing cost 60 bucks on eBay. And I'm a little upset that I've had to beat the hell out of it and that it's not a plug and play unit, especially when it's made specifically for this motor and this bike. It kind of upsets me a little bit, and I am going to bad feedback them, or at least reach out to the company and be like, hey, you guys need to do better. I'm going to take some good pictures and obviously send them a link to this video. This does upset me a little bit because it should be plug and play. It says it's for a Moto Mmb105, the MM105B. That's what this is, or Monster Moto, excuse me. So this should be plug and play. You shouldn't have to do all this modification. So if you're not savvy enough to do something like this, I wouldn't go with this exhaust off the internet. Update. After getting out the grinder, the chop saw, a hammer, a drill bit, I completely destroyed a $60 pipe. So let me show you. Yeah, so I gotta clean this up still, but it used to have a nice flared exit, megaphone exit. Yep, not anymore. Beat the snot out of the pipe, weaken the structural support of the seat mount, and up here I had to drill this, the flange, I had to drill that out to get everything to fit, because if I went any more here, I would lose all my structural support for the seat mount. And I beat the heck out of the pipe, and I just destroyed it. I'm going to take a grinder in here and clean that up real quick, but it's on, it's pretty much mounted. It's still loose because I haven't tightened it down because I've got to clean this part up, but it's on, and we're going to do a sound test here in a minute once I get everything cleaned up. So, after a whole lot of swear words, a burnt thumb, and drill bits and grinders, and yeah, I essentially ruined the $60 pipe, but I got it on there. Alright, so it's done. There's a couple reasons I went with this exhaust, and now I wish I wouldn't have. I have a lot of little kids that ride this bike. Like I said, this is kind of the community bike that everybody kind of starts out on, learns how to ride, has fun on. It's easy, it's twist and go, it's got brakes, good brakes. So I didn't want a pipe that stuck way out, like the open header ones that come, come like straight out and come out the side. I didn't want kids burning their legs on this one. This one doesn't stick out too bad, and I may still just wrap it with header wrap. But I did get it done. It's ugly. But I got it done. Like I said, there was a few reasons I went with this one. It was 60 bucks. It most certainly was not the cheapest exhaust for this mini bike. There was just them pipes for like 30 some dollars. So just those pipes I could get for like 20, 30 bucks. They just come out the side, and they're, kind of jagged. They look cool. They run open header. They're loud. This is probably going to be loud too, probably louder than I want it to be. But the reason I went with this one, I liked it. I liked how it was supposed to be like a center mount underneath the seat, like on the crotch rockets. I thought that was kind of cool. And everybody just does those big open headers, and I don't like that. I want to do something different. I wanted something to look cool. I actually destroyed a $60 pipe. So there's a lot of cutting, a lot of pounding, a lot of fabrication that went into making this pipe work. I'm not really happy about that at all, but nonetheless. And the other thing that sucks too is, let me show you. This right here. It is virtually impossible to get it tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this front one out after I finish this video. I'm going to take this front one back out, run up to the Hardmore store, and I'm going to get just a regular hex head nut or bolt to stick in there to tighten it down. So it's probably going to leak, but we're going to do the sound test anyways. So we're going to do a sound clip of the new exhaust. Like I said, it's probably going to leak a little bit because of that. So it is what it is, but once I get it fixed 100%, I get the right bolt in there that I can actually tighten down with a wrench, then we'll do another sound clip where it's not leaking. But here we go. sure. I don't know. It's probably going to be super loud screaming down the road now. It got that like you're underwater kind of sound to it, and that's probably because of the big can, big empty open can at the end of it here. So, did I waste $60? Maybe. Plus side is the way that this pipe is designed. I can weld. It's a pipe fitting. It's like a gas line pipe fitting. So I may be able to get creative and make something else work later on down the line. So there is a little bit of room in there, not a ton, but maybe I'll be able to make like a silencer off of one of the China bikes, a 110 or something, work on there. And I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But anyways, that's today's video. It's been a rough week. My father-in-law's in the hospital, not doing well. Probably not going to come home, if you know what I mean. So it's been a really rough week, but I've been up there since Sunday afternoon, and it's Tuesday now, Tuesday afternoon. So I had to come home, clear my head, and I have to go back to work tomorrow too. But I figured, well, the exhaust is here, might as well throw it together quick, clear my head, get my mind off things. So anyways, that's today's video. Appreciate you guys as always. Monster Moto Mmb105 Monster Moto Mmb105 mini bike exhaust upgrade. I wouldn't go with this one. I'll screenshot a picture and put a link in the description of what exhaust I got off the internet, off eBay. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one at all. It took a lot of work to get it to fit, and it's definitely not a direct bolt-on. But like, comment, share, subscribe as always. I appreciate you guys, and we will catch you on the next one.